Good day, how are you? Hope you have been enjoying yourself and hope you have been enjoying this compulsory leave. Okay, my candid advice to you is to stay safe because of this pandemic that we are currently. Today's time we're going to be discussing about the printer. We're going to be discussing about the what? About the printer. The printer is a hardware device that is used to print documents. If you can remember last time, I taught you how to type your name. I taught you how to design, how to work on paint. The beauty of working on computer is to see your work done on the what? On the paper. Is to see your work done on the what? On the paper. For example, what I have on this page, I need to what? I need to print it so that I'll file it into my cabinet. So the reason for filing is for me to use it for what? For my lesson instruction, probably when you come around next term. That is the essence of a printer. A printer enables us to print our documents. And may I ask you this question? When a document is printed, the document becomes what? If you can remember, I taught you last time. It becomes what? It becomes hard copy. It becomes what? Hard copy. In other words, the copy you can feel and what and touch. That's interesting. Thank you very much. God bless you. Now let us quickly move into the topic properly. The printer. Wow, what can you see here? The printer. This is an example of a printer, and this is another example of what? Of a printer. Wow. Now, what is written here? Printer is an output device. Printer is an output device. What do I mean by output device? An output device are devices that bring out what has been sent into the what? Into the computer by the input device. In other words, they project what has been sent into the computer by what? By enables us to feel, either feel it, see it, or what? Hear it. Example of an output device are what? A monitor, yes. Projector, yes. Thank you very much. I know that you are saying it at home. Okay, now there are countless of them, but the business of today is the what? The printer. Let me hear you say that. Is it what? The printer. It is an output device used to print. May I ask you a question? Can we use a printer to sing? No, it is not a microphone. The printer is developed, designed to what? To print our documents. To print our what? Our documents. Okay, now, there are different kind of printer. There are different kind of what? Printer. But for the sake of this class, I've narrowed it down to three. I've narrowed it down to how many? Three. And what are they? Laser printer, inkjet printer, and special purpose printers. Let me take it again. Laser printer, inkjet printer, and what? Special purpose printer. Number one, laser. Number two, inkjet. And number three, special purpose printers. Okay, now, let us quickly discuss about all this big grammar that I have here, because I know that you'll be so curious to know what they are. Okay, now, let us get the ship going. Inkjet printer, from the word inkjet. Inkjet printer is a form of printer that makes use of what? Ink. You can recall whenever your madam wants to mark your work in the class, does she make use of a pencil? No. It is not possible for a madam to make use of what? Of a pencil to mark your work. What does she make use of? Of a biro that has ink in it. That's interesting. So let us relate it back to what we have here. Inkjet printer, a form of printer that make use of what? Of ink. They make use of what? Of ink. Are you getting my point over there? Let me read what I have here for you. It is a printer features a print head with a nozzle that spray ink from ink cartridges onto the what? Onto the paper. Onto the what? Paper. I get my point now. In the printer, typically have at least 2 ink cartridges. A black ink cartridge and a tricolor one with magenta, yellow, cyan ink. Don't worry about this. What it's trying to say is that they are basically 2 type of what? Ink inside this printer. Are you getting my point? There are basically 2 type of ink. One, the black. What? The black. And the other is what? It combines other colors so that we can get the exact thing that we sent into the what? Into the computer. It will not be good if we send a work that is yellow in color and a print out green color. How can we relate it? Is that good at all? So that's why you have to let your ink to be complete. The ink must be what? Must be complete. So if your printer is not printing here, you tell your dad, please, I need you to do something for me. I need you to fill my printer because it is not printing properly. It is not doing what? Printing properly. I get to my point over there. Okay, now let us quickly sweep over to the next one. Wow, what do I have here? Look at the ink inside this. Can you see the black? Yeah, it is the black over here. Can you see the black? Yeah, it is the black over here. And look at the what? The other colors. Don't worry about the grammar I told you about. Just take this as the other color. Magenta, yellow, cyan. Can you see? Wow. So all these 2 ink are present inside the inkjet printer. They are present inside the what? Inkjet printer. Give me bravo over there. And let us proceed. The next one that I have here is the laser printer. Is the what? Laser printer. Wow. Somebody said that yeah, seen this in the admin section. You've seen it. Wow. Beside who? Beside the admin officer. That's interesting. Okay, now let me clear on through that. This is an example of a laser printer. It is a form of printer that uses a cartridge with a powder called toner. Let me tell you something. Maybe peradventure the engineer in your house coming around to fix your printer. Don't take the powder inside and start rubbing your face. It is not good for the body. It is not good for the what? For the body. So you use this printer to print in so many quantities. You can print in large quantities. I guess my point over there. You can print in what large quantity. Let me continue with what I was reading. And feature a complex system that includes a laser, charge wire, print drum, mirror, fusing rollers. It is basically designed to print in large quantities. Now, this printer is what? Is rugged, one, better in terms of printing rates than the what? Than this printer. This printer can only print for a what? For a few days, limited days, free copies. Now depends the way you use it anyway. But if you don't use it regularly, another disadvantage of it is that the ink will run dry, except if you bring it out and keep it safe from what? From moisture. From what? From moisture. Okay, let us continue. That is not for you, just for your dad at home and your mom at home that is watching us. Okay. Now, this printer can print in what? Large quantities. Name the quantities you want. Can print in what? Large quantities. Okay, let us continue our business. Okay, can you see this? This is what is present inside the printer that I just showed you now. This is what is present inside what? May I ask a question? Can you see this thing inside my body? No, you cannot fix it to my body. You can only fix it to a what? A printer. Sir, you can only fix to a what? A printer. Bravo. Let's continue. Okay. Wow. Special purpose printer. Special purpose printers. Now, all these printers are designed to what? To function for a specific program. Let me give you an example. Look at this. Can you see my mouse dangling here? Let me circle this. Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming. Okay, let me circle it. Okay, this printer here can be used to print banners. To print what? Banner. Okay, now, if you observe on your way coming from, for people living around Magodo, you see a big billboard. You wonder, this billboard is so large. And when can I use the printer to print it? Yes. The form of printer used to print that kind of work is called a plotter. It's a special kind of printer used to print flex. They call it flex, but for your level, I will call it banner. Hello, I will call it what? Banner. Okay, now let me bring my circle here to show you what this printer can be used to do almost 4 things. Now let me name them. You can use this kind of printer to print. Number 1, let us say it together. We can use to print. Number 1, okay. We can use to make photocopy. Number 2, let me say it again. I can use that kind of printer to make what? Photocopy. Number 2, I can use it to scan. Wow, that is amazing. That is what? Amazing. Wow. I can use to what? To scan. What do I mean by scanning? Scan means that you will send your object, probably your picture, you will place it on this on the front of the scanner, and whatever you place there will be what? Will be duplicated on the screen of your system. In other words, your picture, your image, your files, name them, countless of them, can be what? Can be transferred from the scanner to the what? To the system, so that you can either make use of it as your personal project or whatever thing you would need it to do. So what am I trying to say in a nutshell? Is that scanners are used to what? To scan files. Scanners are used to what? To scan files. And as well, you can also use it to what? To send fax. Okay, that's that about that. This kind of printer is a matrix printer. It's rarely used, but let me just tell you about it. A print dotted line, and it's a form of printer that is not too common like that. Okay, that's why for your class, I call it a special purpose printer. A special what? Can I hear you? Purpose printer. Okay, now, having said all that, we need to see how the printer works. Is it that we just put paper inside the printer without doing anything? We need to see how it works. We need to see how it functions. I ain't getting my point over there. So let me show you a little video on how we can place our materials on the what? Our papers inside the what? The printer, and how they work. Are you ready to see the video? Okay. Now you see, you will load the paper like that. Can you see? You load the paper into the printer, and after doing that, the printer will what? Will print. The printer will print. Don't worry. This one is used to send a text page. But after sending that, can you see the printer printing? Wow. Pardon me for that. The printer will what? Will print. That is how a printer functions. Please, I want you to practice that at home. Practice it with the guidance of your parents. Don't destroy your parent printer. God bless you. Stay safe in And always make sure that whenever you come back from